All tenants in all kinds of housing need protections because we are not getting the safe, healthy, affordable homes that we absolutely deserve.
Tonight, tenants in Springfield are seeing their work pay off as a rental inspection program they fought for and the city has worked on will soon be presented to City Council. But instead of a broad approach, the city is starting with a pilot version of that program, and it's one that will go before city leaders next week. Ozark's first Parker Paget live in that neighborhood where this program will begin if it passes. And Parker, how did the city decide that this west central part of Springfield was the area to launch this?
Yeah, the city of Springfield is in new territory, but they noticed many of the complaints that were filed prior to this program came from West Central Springfield, so that's where they're going to start. Now, they'll start with 1,500 single-family homes and duplexes. It's a small sample size, but enough to get the project rolling.
It's a pilot, so we want to be careful what we take that first bite. We want to be careful how big that bite is.
Martin Google says it's been tedious getting everything together to present Springfield's rental inspection program to City Council.
The idea is to try to strike a balance in there again for the landlords, that we're not being overly oppressive to them, but also still making sure that they know that there's a minimum standard.
But how will it work if it's passed?
Owners will need to register with the city, and they'll need to pay a annual fee, which equals $35 per unit per year. With that, they get their first inspection at no charge, no additional charge. They'll look strictly at life, health, safety issues. Google says he's received praise and criticism from landlords about the program. You're going to have some that don't like it, and some that think it's a pretty good idea. Alice Barber with Springfield Tenants Unite says it's a refreshing step after years of work, but says there's room for more.
It does not include apartments. And we've seen from the example of Jenny Lind Hall and many, many other tenants who've reached out both to Springfield Tenants Unite and to the city that apartments are no better off than single-family homes and duplexes.
She says many tenants are looking for ways to address poor living conditions.
I personally know tenants who have reported to the city, complained to their landlord about unsafe conditions, dangerous mold that exacerbates health problems, and they faced eviction because we know that there are slumlords in Springfield who will not follow the law if they're not held accountable.
Google tells me if property owners don't comply with the new program, if it were to go through, now that can result in fines or in more extreme cases, result in property loss. He adds City Council is currently looking at ways to further prevent landlord retaliation, but that's something that's a little further down the line. City Council will have a first reading of this bill this Monday. They're expected to vote on it November 3rd. Reporting live in Springfield, Parker Paget, Ozark's First.